Hi, this is Angel Jones. I love great conversations where life's journey is communicated not only through words, but tones and emotions. Explosive expressions that allow you to feel what they felt and learned. A fool learns only from his own mistake, while the wise learn from their own and from those others have made. Thanks for being here with us. Good day, Erin. How are you going on this wonderful, beautiful day? Do you want me to say your last name? I should say your last name, right? Good day, Erin O'Brien. How are you going on this wonderful, beautiful day?
I'm having a fabulous day, and I reckon it's going to go up a notch after this conversation.
Oh, you're too kind. Oh, well, tell me, Erin, which of your talents is responsible for us meeting?
I decided that the core talent is the art of imperfect action. Ooh. Stepping up and taking action, even if I wasn't 100% sure. That's the one that got me here today.
Oh, I love that. You keep dropping some value, right or wrong, right? Wow, I love that. First you said there's a filtration in the conversation, or you made that come out of me, right? And now you're coming with this. Interesting. So who did you learn this imperfect art from?
I had a business coach. I went to a workshop once. His name was Dale Beaumont, and he had this philosophy, and his mantra was 80% out the door is better than 100% in the drawer. In other words, better done than perfect. And when I started my first business a few years ago, that was my mantra myself. Every single web page I put up, if it was at 80%, I would press publish. And it's hard for a perfectionist like myself to do that, but I did it consistently again and then again, and it became easier and easier.
Yeah, I can definitely align with you. I'm a perfectionist to some point, and learning that, well, I didn't have this quote, right, that you had, which rhymes, which makes it easier, right? But yes, you're definitely right. Again, you bring value. I love that. So why will you continue to repeat this skill, Erin?
Because I feel that I've got something to offer, and I need to make sure that my offerings don't stay in my head, that they actually get birthed into the world. So I know that if I want to be of service to the world, I need to just continue to take imperfect action again and again and again. Be consistent and turn up. It's all about the showing up in my book.
Yes, it is. Share with me one other thing that you've done consistently over the past 3 years, please.
I'm going to go on the same theme. I'm hoping it's not becoming a broken record, but I just really want to honour that action that I have taken over and over again. Even when I was like shuddering in my boots out of fear, even when I felt stuck or overwhelmed, I just continued to show up, and so much stuff on many levels has happened because I've been willing to do that. I call it my willingness and my skillingness. So the will to show up and the skill in showing up.
How many of these things do you have? Did you write a book with this?
No, I've been in this space for a while. I used to teach at Sydney University. I was running all their time management workshops for 3 years. And then I've been doing my own business for 5 years. So I've had lots of time to think and reflect and watch people's habits.
Wow. Yeah, tell us about that business, though.
Yeah. So, I mean, everything I do in my business, I do for myself. And I need it because I need it. Like I realize that if I have a need for something, then other people probably have a need for it as well. And so I've created an online community for people to take imperfect action on a daily basis.
Ooh, where can I access this community, or where can someone else access it as well?
Yes, so it's called actionpowerhour.com.
Wonderful. Let me go over there and look at it. actionpowerhour.com. Ding, 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 ding. It's so great to have fast internet now. I remember I would go get a glass of water right there and come back and it's still loading, right? Do you help your clients to become a better version of themselves? Ooh, this is clean and nice.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Beautiful. So you built this for yourself as well?
Yes, that's right.
Wow. This is great. And then there's the podcast. And she didn't tell us about the podcast. Tell us about the podcast.
I have a podcast. It's called Less Talk, More Action. So it's definitely on theme. And we actually do some quick fire questions to start with. And the most important part of the podcast is 5 minutes of silence. So the person I'm interviewing, they set a 5-minute action challenge for the listeners. And then we mute ourselves. And during the silence, the listeners can pick up a pen and paper and do the exercise so that by the time they get to the end of the podcast, they've got something tangible in their hands to take action on.
Wow. I love it. Ooh, I love it. Ooh.
I love it.
You are amazing. You are amazing. Wow. The guy I spoke to from Australia before, his name was Edward Plant, and he delves into strategics. I think you guys definitely should meet. Have you ever heard of Edward Plant?
I haven't, but I will definitely be taking notes and following up.
Yeah, wonderful. I'll connect you guys as well. So you're welcome. So where am I? I got lost. How does it make you feel? Did I ask you that?
You haven't yet?
All right, let's go. How does it make you feel?
So how does it make me feel? The word that comes to mind, dignity. It's that sense of being really dignified. Even when I take action and it may or may not eventuate, like the outcome may not be exactly what I imagined, the fact that I've actually, shown up and taken those steps, that dignity is like inside me. It's like unshakable at my core. And yeah, it feels really, really good.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you, just from what you've shared, I feel your dignity. And I myself, it's not the type of dignity that you're keeping to yourself. I am dignified now. You're sharing. Yeah, you're sharing. It's the willingness and the skillingness.
I've never shared that out loud, so now it's like officially out there on the interwebs.
Yes, and let's do this. Willingness and skillingness. Erin, said by Erin O'Brien. There we go. So Erin, tell me, why would you suggest someone do what you've done by drilling deeper into everything that you struggle with or for, and actually creating it as something that people can use as a service, which is remarkable?
Yeah, the reason I would suggest that to others is that sense of dignity is kind of rare. Often we have good intentions to do something, but we don't do it, and then we feel bad about ourselves. But choosing to step up and having that support around, like that positive peer pressure of other people taking action, it's amazing that dignity that can happen for other people as well. So I would always encourage people to find support in whatever way that is. And if you need other people around you and you can't find those people, Action Power Hour is there to support, but it's not the only option out there. There are other options as well, but I know that we've hit on a really good formula. So I'm just kind of so excited about it because I've just had some people do testimonials for their, like case studies for their Action Power Hour experience recently, and I'm just having like these visions in my mind of little snippets of times that they've succeeded with something that was really hard, and the dignity that comes with that. Yeah, it feels really
amazing, right?
Yeah.
Well, let's switch gears for a bit now, Erin. Let me invite you into my time machine that is surrounded with beautiful, warm, blue Caribbean water. Erin, what is your earliest childhood memory?
My earliest childhood memory actually is blue. It was a doll called Grover, like a teddy from Sesame Street, of the Grover doll. And I remember when I was maybe 3, I had a little baby brother at that stage, and he had nappy rash, and my mum would apply Vaseline to his skin. And so I thought I would do the same to my Grover doll. So I covered my Grover in Vaseline. And obviously, not a good idea. So Mum put Grover in the washing machine, and then he was hanging on the clothesline. And yeah, that's my memory of looking up at my Grover. And washing machines aren't for toys like that.
Grover never came back, didn't he?
Not to the same level he was before.
Why do you think this memory is so clear?
Oh, yeah, because Grover was my little friend, and yeah, it was just so sad to see him so helpless hanging on the line. Yeah.
Interesting. Can I offer an interpretation to that thought picture?
Yeah, go ahead.
I love the mechanics that are occurring in that memory. I love the fact that you were strategic from since then, in that you're the person that you're proactive, right? Which is pretty impressive. Especially, how old did you say you were?
I was 3.
Wow, to just think that you're 3 and thinking like that, right? And you were self-sufficient tremendously, and you still are. And in fact, that is what the business model you're doing is built around, helping other people to become self-sufficient. Is that accurate?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then there's the aspect of what occurs when you do not have the correct information. So there's information, or let's say data, and then there's information, and then there's the application. And you saw the effects of not having it correct, which is Grover never came back. And as a person that is definitely helping others, you get the information, you actually live the mistakes, but then you help them to keep Grover the best Grover could be, which is their business or whatever they're going after. So I love that. That is how I connect that thought picture.
Awesome. Maybe I should adopt Grover as my new logo.
There we go, my friend. And
I have to refer people to this podcast in order for people to get the backstory, but yeah.
Yeah, I would do Grover on a line, all shredded out, and tell them, hey, your business does not need to look like this.
Okay.
So if we fast forward to when, but you were going to say something. What were you going to say?
No, I was just going to make that really bad joke about the logo. That's all.
Oh, it's a good thing though. I would click next to see what that connects me to if I saw Grover on a line. How original is that, right?
Original, but a little bit out there.
It is. So if we fast forward to when you were 12 years old, what was your favorite song?
Yeah, I actually had to look this one up. It was a song called The Only Way Is Up. Now, I thought it was by Bananarama, but it's not. It's actually by Yazz, Y-A-Z-Z.
All right. Oh. So, just to connect a few dots, right? So Grover was up, right? The only way Grover could come back was being on that line, hung up, right?
Yeah.
There he was, right? So the only way is up.
If I had a better singing voice, I would actually sing a little bit at this point, but we won't damage anyone's ears. Next question.
All right. If you want to sing, you could sing, though.
Oh, believe me, it's absolutely fine.
All right, so we've arrived at our destination, but before we get off of this time machine, there's a small declaration form. So it's yes or no. Erin, have you chosen someone to pass on your skills to?
Yes.
Are you married?
No.
Do you have children?
No.
Do you believe in God?
Yes.
Do you have an inner circle of friends?
Yes.
Do you watch TV for more than 3 hours a day?
No.
How about 3 hours a week?
Sorry.
What about screen time, the phone and or the computer? Is it more than 8 hours a day or less than 8 hours a day?
Around the 8 hours a day.
Erin,
not straight entertainment, mainly for work.
All right. Erin, this has been a great pleasure. Before you leave, is there anything you'd like to share with our amazing audience?
Can you say amazing audience again? Because it just has such
amazing audience. They are amazing. I tell you, they are absolutely amazing. I'm actually part of the audience as well.
I would love to invite people to Action Power Hour, and you can find that at actionpowerhour.com. We've got a fabulous community of people taking action. I call them action takers and changemakers. And we all kind of witness each other from a distance taking action. Like we're all in our own bubble taking action, but we're able to read what other people are doing. So definitely positive peer pressure and a fabulous place to be.
Love it. Erin O'Brien, thank you for being on 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones.
Thanks, Angel.
Amazing audience. Before you leave, there's one person I'd like to introduce you to, Amanda Jones. She is my wife, and her passion is to educate, encourage, and empower.
Hi, I'm Amanda Jones, and I'm a registered nurse. Do you or someone you know have diabetes? According to the International Diabetes Federation, in 2015 worldwide, 415 million people were living with diabetes. Just as that figure is overwhelming, so too can the effects of diabetes be. So, to help simplify diabetes for both adult and child, I've used rhymes in my books, The ABCs of Diabetes for Children and Poems for Patients, A Focus on Diabetes. At its simplest, rhymes help us to remember. If you, a child or friend, want an easy, reader-friendly way to know about diabetes, then get a copy of these books. For more details, you can go to poemsbyaj.com. That's poemsbyaj.com.